Hello and welcome to another homebrew guide from Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits Reviews. Tonight we're going to be showing you after you've done a brew. Now I've left this nearly 5 or 6 days, so look at the state of it, and if you look inside the bucket, get the bucket open, that is, and that is going to take some shifting. So let's put it here. Let's put it so I can see you, but I can do my thing as well. Right. Hello. Right. First things first. Make sure you've got hot water on the go. Because you're going to need it. So, basically, you're going to have to wash this out as best as you can. Hot water's best, before you sterilise it, it's got to be clean. It's no use, run the hot water through the your airlock, keep running it through, try your best to get it as clean as possible. The thing with this is to put it hot water through, leave it a few minutes, and like normal when you're washing stuff, it will chip away at it. So here's the lid, and as you can see, it is manky. So get yourself a sponge and start clean sponge, wash away it. First things first, you've got to get it clean. Because you've got to brew this and you've got to drink it, and you don't want to be drinking anything that's going to make you ill, because one, it's not going to taste nice. Use that brush, use that hot water. The hot water will shift it better than cold. Depends how hot your taps are. And you could use cold water if you really wanted to, but hot water's the thing. Make sure you go around your ridges. You see, make sure you go around all of it, and then in the inside ridge as well. Use that sponge. Get in there. It's only a cheap sponge. You can chuck it away afterwards, or you can keep it and use it for your pots. It's not going to hurt your pots. And already that is clean. Simple as that, And now you've got the pipe and the bucket. Get the pipe in the sink out of the way. Right. So, don't worry about the pipe for the minute. And you see this bucket? We're going to start filtering it. We're going to, first thing first, chuck away any juice that was left over. It's all sediment, so you're not losing anything. And then, if you've got that sort of tap where you can put it into the buckets, do that. So, start the process of cleaning it. Get your sponge in, get it clean. Now, if I'd have done this straight afterwards, it wouldn't have been so bad. But I've left it a week, being lazy, and it's stuck down a lot more than it would normally be. If you tilt your bucket up as you're doing it, some of the hot water will go into the base. That's also good, because it'll help free some of that that's in the base. And there you go, as I'm doing it, cleaning it out. Now, once I've gone around the edge and gave it so much of it clean, I'm going to pour it straight in there, because we've got to try and get it at the bottom of the bucket itself. Swirl it around, pour it away. And as you can see, it's already starting to get better. Now we're going to go all the way down to the bottom and clean it out. So you can't sterilise until this is done. You know, cleanliness is godliness. You've got to be clean. While you're doing this, make sure you boil your kettle, ready for the sterilising part. Make sure you also go around the lid, the ridge at the top. Get some of that hot water. Remembering that germs can get in anywhere, you know. Don't allow anything to get into your wines and beers, especially if you're paying 30 or 40 quid a kit. You know, you just don't want it in. And there we have it. The bucket is now clean. It's all clean. I've done around the ridge. So, what I've got to do now is the pipe. Oof. Here's the pipe, the bit that you put in, you know, suck it out from the bottom. And if you can see this on camera, just keep running water through both ends, and eventually it will get rid of any issues. Keep going until that pipe is clear. Obviously be careful of the hot water, you know, don't scald yourself. There you go, that's pretty clean. So now that can go in the bucket. Here's the pipe. Same again, the pipe's got some stuff in. And already, as I'm pushing it, as I'm putting it under the tap, it's all coming out. So I'm going to clean the pipe like with my fingers. Get any that's remaining on the outside. Because obviously once you've got it off the outside, then you can see if the inside needs any more cleaning. Separated the tap mechanism. Now that looks clean, that can go in the bucket. Now as you can see, there's a bit in there. If you can see that there's actually a bit in the pipe. Oh no, it's on the outside of the pipe, we're laughing. So, pipe's now clean. That can go in the bucket. Kettle, put the kettle back on. Now, look at this. This is still a bit filthy. And the only thing to do with this is just keep running water through it until you get it clean. It will chip away at it. Leave it to one side there for a second. I'm cooking dinner for the wife at the same time, so even though I have been at work all day, see? And I've had an haircut, as you can see if anybody watches this regularly. And as you can see, there's still some. If you can see it on there, there's still some crap in it. So I'm going to wash it on the outside just to make sure it's not on the outside. Use my fingers, keep going over it. It's definitely on the inside. I've definitely left it too long. So it's all coming off, it's just the fact that it's going to take a while. So I'm going to keep running it through the hot water. But anyway, in the meantime, 1 drop of sterilising fluid, baby sterilising fluid. You need a capful, 1 cap will do. And then you're going to chuck it into the bucket. Obviously I would chuck that in now, but because it's having not clean yet. 1 kettle of water. You're going to put the lid on. You're going to swish it around. You're going to get a lot of air coming out the top. So make sure it's not near any of your electrical appliances. Can you see that coming out? Now, when it's settled down a few minutes, you're then going to take the lid off. I'll do it while it's warm, just to show you. Get a bit of hot water. Oh, that's hot. And run it round the ridge. Oh, that's still there. Run it round that ridge. Because obviously, you want every little bit sterilising. Now, same with the edge of the bucket. Run it round the edge of the bucket. Put your lid back on. You're then going to leave it to settle. Leave it to settle 15 minutes, you know, and it might be that I actually chuck that in with it just to try and get it to clean it a bit more. So chuck it in. Right. And what we'll do, 15 minutes time, I'll turn the camera back on and finish off. Hey, thanks for watching. And I've had my dinner and we're back. So, it's been about 10-15 minutes. Keep swirling it around. Now, as you can see, it is looking really clean on the outside. And it's got to be clean. You know, you're going to drink this. You don't want to be drinking anything that's had any problems with it. Before you go any further, and while it's still warm, lift it up and pour some of that float solution away. By doing that, it also sterilises the bit where you put your what do you call it now? Your bubble airlock in. And that's all been sterilised nicely. But just for overkill, go over it again with your finger, put that sterilising solution on it, go round again. Same round the top of the barrel itself, the bucket. Go around that bucket again. Trust me, sterilising, it's got to be right. That's been sterilised. So, what we're now going to do is put everything in the sink a minute. Now, the one issue I've got is this has still got some something in it. I put a sponge down and got soap. I've got the top bit clean. This bottom bit here is not clean. Now, for me, you're going to have to soak it in hot water, leave it in hot water until it clears that. The only other way of doing it is to get something soft, like a brush. Hey, like a brush, and get in and spin it around and try. So, I mean, the likelihood is that it won't cause any issues, but like anything, you know, godliness is cleanliness. We want to be drinking our beer, not chucking it down the pan afterwards. And already that's shifted quite a bit. So, you know, you can improvise. Again, put that sterilising fluid through it. And now it's just about clean. So we'll run it through again. So it might pay to have a bigger brush, something you can shove down, just to get them hard pockets where you can't get with, you know, normal things. The thing with this is to, you know, really, as soon as your brew's done, or say you've got a bubbly brew where it's splurting all the stuff up, is to change the airlock with a new sterilised airlock every couple of days until that issue's gone. And once you get to a certain stage with your airlock, it's not going to cause no problems anyway. Now that is pretty much spot on. Clean. So quick rinse rather, and that's it. So again, got this bit that you use with the pipe, and so there's still a few little bits of like old sediment or whatever it is. So we're just going to rinse that, wash that out. That's it, it's disappeared already. Now what we're going to do is use cold water. I'm going to pour the cold water in, going all the way around, rotate that bucket, because now you've got to get rid, basically, of your sterilising fluid. Because it's sterile. So, give it a swirl round, because you've already rotated that bucket a few times. Pour it down the sink. And now that, as you can see, if it shows on the camera, but it's spotless. You are now at the stage where you can do a fresh brew. Or, you're going to put it in storage if you're not brewing straight away. But then, the next time you do a brew, sterile again. You know, the next time you do it, you ain't got to mess about with all the cleaning. You just got to sterile. It depends how long you leave it, because obviously, if air gets in, you know, you might get a bit of mildew or something along them lines. So, you know, it's worth keeping it's worth sterilising yet again. You know, cleanliness is godliness. And that is my guide to sterilising the bucket. I mean, if that was your first time, obviously you're not going to be, say you bought it from the shop, for the first time you haven't got all that crap on the inside, but for the first time you sterilise it. You know, everything's got to be clean. You don't want no reason for that brew to go off. The next video I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to sterilise bottles. Same again, when you get your plastic bottles, here's some random bottles. First things first, you're going to wash out, but I'll show you that in another video. Thanks for watching.